Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Kraken Packs video. It's one of Everything Wednesday yet again. We're finishing off our Hairy Tarantula, or HairyT.com packs. We got 30 packs from these guys. We're on the last 10. Let's see what the last 10 can have for us, and also, let's see if I can remember much about these sets. Dear me, it was been a long time since I've played with these cards. I only have a small number of Nemesis cards, Torment cards. I have a fair amount of Legions and Scourge because I played a lot during high school in these sets. I didn't play much during Betrayers, and I didn't play at all during Coldsnap or Conflux. So there's going to be some cards where I'm probably going to miss stuff. So if you notice me missing any hits or anything, just let me know below in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get right into things. 2013 core set. We're starting off strong with a core set. Let's get right back into this. What are we going to find in here? Man, core sets were so cool. They're talking about bringing them back, from what I've heard. Which is kind of just like, that's just kind of funny that they got rid of them for like a year. It feels almost like they just didn't have anything. They didn't know what to do for the core set for 2016, so they just didn't do it. And then they're like, we'll bring them back. Healer of the Pride, Fungal Sprouting, Elixir of Immortality, and we got a Firewing Phoenix as our first rare. I don't know if this is worth anything, but there you go. And what the... Oh, that's a weird order. Token, and then land, and then foil. Okay, but we got a foil Evolving Wilds. Ooh. Who doesn't like foil fetch lands, right? That's basically what that is, a fetch land, right? It's close anyway. Maybe not as good as a fetch land, but it's still a fetch land. Avacyn Restored. So we're looking for, what, a Cavern of Souls or an Avacyn out of this pack? This, Harry T didn't have any Innistrad, so we don't get to go looking for a Liliana or a Snapcaster, which is kind of unfortunate, but who knows. And I don't know if any of the commons or uncommons from this set are worth anything. I have no idea. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No foil. No foil Cavern of Souls for us, unfortunately. Second guess, Ghostly Touch, Tormentor's Trident, and Otherworld Atlas. This is a fun card. I like this card. I had this card in a deck for a while. It was in my Everyone Has Fun deck, and by that I mean everyone draws cards, and they may not actually have fun, but they draw cards. And we got a human in an island there. Dark Ascension. I don't remember what's in this set that we would want to pull. I didn't play much during the Innistrad block, unfortunately. I played a little bit, but we didn't play a lot. So I don't know if there's anything in particular that we're looking for in this. Tracker's Instincts, Strangleroot Geist. I remember that guy being good. Gavany Ironrite. And we got an Alpha Brawl as our rare. I feel like that's not anything too spectacular. 8 mana for a sorcery is pretty rough. Oh yeah, and the flip card that's on the back because they weren't smart enough to put it behind the other things, right? And then they changed it around. So there you go, an Afflicted Deserter as our flip card there. Alright, we're moving on to some of the more expensive things. Conflux. I have no idea what's a good hit in this set. Because I don't think I've even ever opened a Conflux booster pack in my life. So I have a bunch of cards from Conflux, but it's just from trades and buying collections and stuff, buying singles when I needed them, and I have no idea if any of these are hits. So we're just gonna kind of, man, Court Homunculus was from this set, cool. Worldly Council, okay, Counter Squall. I feel like that's a thing that might be worth something. It sounds familiar. I don't know if it's counter target non-creature spell. Its controller loses 2 life for 2 mana. I don't know if that's good. Ancient Ziggurat. I remember this card too. This got reprinted just recently too, didn't it? Volcanic Fallout, also a card that's been reprinted. Oh. Is the rare at the back of these packs? That's weird. They put the rare at the very back after the token in the land? That's super weird. I don't know. See, and this is what I mean is like I've never opened these packs before. That's super weird. I don't remember that being the case. Anyway, we got Meglanoth. 6/6 for 6. Vigilance Trample. Whenever it blocks a creature, it deals damage to that creature's controller equal to its power. Wow. It just you swing with it for 6, you block with it, they still take 6. It's an overall thing where they're just like, I need to block that down and kill it. It seems pretty crazy. I have no idea if any of these commons or uncommons are worth anything, so I'll have to go back and check. Coldsnap. Now this I do know about Mishra's Bauble because it's been all over the friggin' news in the last, like, what, month and a half? How it's like a $50 friggin'... I guess it's not, I don't think it's 50 anymore, but it was $50 uncommon at one point. Like, just ridiculous. But I have no idea. Snow-covered swamp? I think that's a thing. I don't know if that's actually something that people are looking for, but that's kind of cool. It's really hard. Okay, so another thing that's interesting about this set, and those of you who know the set will know what I'm talking about, but the icon for the commons is more white than it is black. And uncommons are normally silver, so it's very hard to tell. Yeah, see you're so to put it in perspective, we'll put these side by side so you can see them without revealing what's going on here. Can you see that? Yeah. So the common on is the white and the uncommon is the green card. And it's super out of focus, but let's see if we can get it in. There you go. So there's the color difference. It's very, very different from all of the other sets. The uncommons are still noticeably silver, but at the same time, those ones are white. Anyway, Mystic Melting. Cold Steel Heart, I feel like that is something. I feel like that's something. I feel like I remember seeing that in the list of things. Jotun Owlkeeper, so no Mishra's Bauble. And we got Cover in Winter. I don't even know. Cumulative Upkeep, that means that that card's worth nothing, right? Because cumulative upkeep is not a thing that anyone ever wants. Betrayers of Kamigawa. So far, only one foil out of these packs. Now, I don't know if that's because foils were harder to come by in the older sets and stuff, but it's possible, right? I feel like they've been inserting foils a lot more regularly in the newer sets. At least that's my opinion. Okay, so we got a Kaijin of Vanishing Touch. Of the Vanishing Touch. Loam Dweller. 3 Tragedies. And we got a Nikote. Hey, we got, speaking of foils, there you go. We got a Bile Urchin foil. There's no basic land in that pack. Is that a thing? I don't remember that being a thing. No basic land? There was no basic land. I know that these older sets didn't have tokens in them. So like we're getting into the area where there's no longer a token card. Fine. No longer an ad card. Fine. But I thought that they would have a basic land in Betrayers. But maybe I am wrong. Like I said, I didn't play much during that set. So now here we go. We're into Scourge. Now you gotta remember, I opened up these packs when I was in high school, which was over 20 years ago at this point. So Jeebus. I'm not gonna remember any of this stuff, really. I mean, I'll remember it, but I'm not gonna remember hits or anything, probably. Carrion Feeder, I remember that guy. He's really good. He actually got reprinted in one of the Modern Masters sets, I think. Vengeful Dead. Wirewood Guardian. Frozen Solid. First uncommon. Claws of Wirewood. Dragon Stalker. Tendrils of Agony. Now that's an uncommon that's worth $1, I think. $1 or $2. That's not bad. And we got Dragonstorm. There you go. This is a funny card. I have a couple copies of this, and whenever I read it, I'm like, this is the most ridiculous card. So for 9 mana, search your library for a dragon card and put it into the play. So it's like it's a tutor, but specifically for a dragon, and it goes right onto the battlefield, which is cool, but it costs you 9 mana. Most dragons don't even cost 9 mana. Now I get it, you're going and getting it out of your library, so yeah, you're gonna have to pay more, obviously, because it's not in your hand. Look at this pack, it's just kind of like, this is Scourge. Legions? This is Legions. We just did Scourge. Slivers was big in this set. In Legions. Actually, Legions was all about tribal. So you can see this Sliver, Wizards, Soldier, Zombie, Wizard again, Cat, Beast, Zombie, Beast, Elf, Cleric, Wizard. Alright. White Knight is our first uncommon. First strike, protection from black. Man, people hate this in 5-point star. Warped Researcher. What? I'm gonna butcher that name if I try to read it. Brontotherium. Brontotherium? That's what I want to say. That's how you pronounce that. Jeez. Just a big old derp. And we got Bane of the Living. I have no idea if this is a hit or not. I'm gonna guess probably not. It's a 4/3 for 4 with morph of 2 black and X. When this is turned face up, all creatures get -X until end of turn. What? Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. No, that makes sense. But he can do... you wouldn't really want to do it for more than 2, otherwise you lose this guy. But I guess if you're in a super tight spot, he's a board wipe for 6. Right? Because you pay him down for 3. Oh, he's even more, like 9 mana to board wipe the turn you draw him. Because you play him down for 3 and then you pay 6 more to flip him up and give -4. And -4 is pretty safe to say it'll board wipe. Torment. This is another old pack that I'm not going to be familiar with a lot of the stuff in here. So if you see anything, let me know. Cackling Club, Militant Monk, Organ Grinder, Nantuko Calmer, Churning Eddy, Mesmeric Fiend, Barbarian Outcast, Pay No Heed, Rancid Earth, Cephalid Snitch, Sonic Seizure, and those are our commons. Uncommons, Dwell on the Past, Pitchstone Wall, Tainted Wood. There you go, a nice little swamp forest. Play this ability only if you control a swamp. Weird. And we got a Dawn of the Dead as our rare. Enchantment for 5, 3 black and 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to play. That creature gains haste until end of turn. Remove it from the game at the end of turn. So it's basically giving your dudes, like, I think it's like, is it Unearth? Where they come back and then they get exiled at the end of turn? I think it's Unearth. But, like, you're paying life instead of having to pay for their cost. And you get to do it with all of them. Oh shit, okay. Uncommons on the front. So that means the rare will be 4 back, right? From the front? The rare's upside down. I'm just going to take a peek here. Yeah, that's our rare. Our rare is upside down. That's hilarious. Okay, so the rare's on the back now, alright? Okay. Silken Fist Fighter. This was Nemesis, right? Infiltrate, Flowstone Wall, Wandering Eye, Flowstone Strike, Fog Patch, Spiteful Bully, Topple, Cloud Skate, I should say, Flame Rift. Whoa. 4 damage to each player. Stagger for 2 mana. I mean, yeah, you get hit for 4, but in a multiplayer game, that does damage. That does damage. Spread the wealth, right? Sky Shroud Ridgeback. Okay, and then uncommons. Massacre. I don't know if that's worth anything. I feel like it's not. Carrion Wall. Stronghold Machinist. And we go like this, because we know it's upside down. We got a Stronghold Gambit as our rare. 2 mana sorcery. Look at it. Wall of Text is what that card should say, right? So each player chooses a card in his or her hand. Then each player reveals his or her chosen card. The owner of the creature card revealed this way with the lowest converted mana cost puts that card into play. If 2 or more creature cards are tied for the lowest, those cards are put into play. Interesting. Interesting little rare. Anyway, I would say that since I don't know too much about these older sets, I'm going to say that we probably didn't hit anything crazy nonsense, at least not that I can tell. If I missed something, let me know. Obviously, I'll try to check out these prices and stuff myself after the video is over. But yeah, if you notice anything like in the commons and uncommons, because I'm probably not going to go through these too much, let me know. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been your host, MrBevers. This has been the conclusion of One of Everything Wednesdays for Harry Tarantula. There they are, harryt.com. Thanks so much to them and their selection of cards. Remember to check out my Patreon. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.